Everybody, this is Martel. I just had something that's pretty profound, Now I still gotta take care of the apartment thing. They out to lunch or so, and they take hours just for them to have lunch. I said whatever. So I'll wait till they should be hopefully be back by 1. So I'll make a quick little video. And something that dawns on me, I remember a nice YouTube comment said it's just better off talking to therapists if you're stressed and depressed. I said no. I already said about how I feel about therapists. You will pay. Why will anybody pay unless you force against your will to see a therapist like myself? And I don't know why. Just like my apologies, everyone. Here, I don't know why would anybody go to a therapist. You just have a good prep talk, or they tell you to explain your feelings or what you're going through and so forth. A lot of them don't have no compassion or sympathy or kindness to understand your leisure or so forth. And I was forced to get therapy against my will. So I did not choose willingly. Would I advocate therapy? Unless you're on drugs. Besides, if you're on drugs or deal with alcohol, then please get the therapy. You know what I'm saying? As a man, let's be real black men of that. I don't recommend going to see a therapist. I'll be real with you. Because, you feel good. You have prep talks and so forth. Blah, 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 and all that. I mean, there's a lot of, let me be real, black mental health, and I still stand by. Please get the help if you need it. In my case, since I was forced against my will to get therapy or go to prison, I don't recommend it. It's too damn expensive. And I would say this. I have no respect for therapists or psychologists or anything. I'd say why. They're scammers and manipulators. At least I say this in the comment. I have more respect for a prostitute than a therapist. At least the prostitutes know what they are. It's the old profession in the world. I find it funny, speaking on around the world, I find it funny. Actually, ironic, I talked to foreign cab drivers and also Ubers and Lyft for the last couple of years. It's kind of funny to me what's being told to me. They don't need therapy. They talk to each other. If they got issues, they talk it out. In America, that's the problem. Nobody just talking. Everybody wanting to quit or give up or something forth, or a family's so toxic, or whatever the case may be. Communication is down the toilet because nobody don't know how to speak or communicate. And I said back in True Force Loneliness, breaking the ice and so forth, and also just meeting people in America is just pretty much impossible, unless you belong to a clique or group. And that's why mental health is rising, because people can't make friends, let's just be real, especially already being also difficult, just being black and also a man. Especially you don't fit in with the stereotypes and so forth. Of course, you're going to be looked down. I'm not 6 feet. I don't have six pack anything. I don't make 6 figures, nor part of 666. So basically, I'm screwed as a black man in America. I don't fit in my own peers. So of course, I don't look like a negative stereotype. I'm not an athlete. I do record music because it's my therapy. But it seems like even just that alone with just recording music, feel like you're nearly participating in negative stereotypes again. Like, despite I'm also an alternative artist, I don't talk about drugs or black genocide, so forth in my music. But that aside, mental health. A lot of it just feel like it's just a cash cow machine to put people on drugs and so forth, in my modest opinion. I know I'm upset a lot of my people with disabilities as well as people with mental health, and I'm sorry. And also people of color as well, black people as well. But it has to be said, because why would I want to pay some therapist? Oh, thank you for talking to me for an hour. Now that has happened. I literally just got back a bill that's supposed to be my therapist. The therapist covered by my health insurance or so forth like that. Turn out they didn't even cover that. Which I would just receive literally of a bill of nearly $600, and I showed this a couple months ago. And our therapist, your friends? No, they're definitely not your friends. And I don't say this anything. I'm thankful for the 5,000 views. Just, wow, I didn't know that I even touched that many people around the world. Some people turn out to be very disrespectful, not to block them. So that's not uncalled for. Just because we all have issues does not make an excuse to be disrespectful. That won't be tolerated anymore. And I'm sad to say there were ladies who supposedly telling me they deal with it, but end up being disrespectful to them. I just blocked them and all that. Very inconsiderate people. But that's not the case, though. I'll go up to a prostitute if I had $600, $600 to $1,000. I would have more of my time investment on a prostitute than talk to a therapist on the real though. All jokes aside, I have more respect for a prostitute because at least she's about money. You know what I'm saying? He or she, whatever. But since I'm a heterosexual man, that's why my ejections are women. Just saying for what it is. Yeah. So I'm gonna pay a prostitute if I had to spend that. I wish there was a way. Okay, then have health insurance on so-called therapists. We need prostitution. But here's the problem with that. I try to look up escorts. So I start painfully realizing it's impossible. Not even besides money. You also have to deal with legal risk because that could be some undercover cops portraying to be prostitutes or escorts or whatever you want to call them. You might think, oh yeah, she's just an escort, so it turned out to be a prostitution sting and get you down as a John or offender, a John offender. Just I can't say the title. John offender. So of course they put you down on an offender list that you be hated for the rest of your life. You might think that's a prostitute. It's really that bad in America unless there's only one state, and that's Nevada and Las Vegas somewhere. Only besides one state, it's pretty much you can't get a prostitute. You can't meet up with women. You can't make friends here unless you is a walking negative enigma of a stigma of a stereotypes. And I can't fit those stereotypes anyway because I don't perpetrate them. I actually hate the stereotypes of how they see, well, let me be real, being a black man at that. America knows that. So, of course, why do I want to, especially you're a man, let's be real. If you're a man, you actually got your sense together, please advocate for prostitution. Because why would I spend $600 to $1,000 on some therapy? I'm going to end up more angry, more depressed. I just talked to somebody and I just got in debt. You know what I'm saying? Probably for nothing. You know what I'm saying? At least with a prostitute, let's be realistic. You get your pickle tickle. You get your bunhole toss or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was funny. You get your bunhole toss. But seriously, whatever. However y'all do it. At least that's better than talking to somebody that's wasting your time and resources that you technically can't pay back. I can't pay $1,000 back just to talk to some therapist. That's a scam. And I'm coming back and already are you feeling angry? Are you feeling depressed? Oh, quite well I'm angry, depressed. Because how am I supposed to pay $1,000? Seriously. That's the case. Why don't the government so-called pay for prostitution? You know what I'm saying? Just come out the floodgates and openly admit you want to advocate prostitution. Let's be real. You're paying for it one way or another. At least prostitutes know that. They know that's part of the game. But just for merely talking to somebody cost you $1,000, that is a scam. Therapists and psychologists are scammers, manipulators, tricksters. You know, now unless you're forced against your will like I have, by all means, please get the help. Or if you are alcoholic or drug abusers, and so forth, please get the help you need. Martel's out.